Yo, welcome back to another episode of Art Start Now. It's your boy Gif. I'm here with the friend Lola Menthol. Woah Boy, what's going on, y'all? How's it going? What's happening? We got some exciting things to talk about today. What's up? Just leaving him. Y'all just gonna leave me hanging like that?
Art Start Now. We're gonna make it just creative, put it down. Art Start Now. We're gonna make it just creative, put it down. Art Start Now. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Start now.
Oh man. Hey, we're here. We're doing it. Thanks for joining us, y'all. This is going to be a great episode. Fun Uncle, the bus driver. Where you at, friend? It's good to see you again.
Cruising down Main Street, my friends, and it's great to be back with you, my Nifty Castle crew, my true loves. Thanks for being here again with me.
Yeah, we missed you in Miami.
I love me some funky. Very excited to be back
This whole
here.
thing.
Yeah, no, Lola, thank you for capturing the energy of Miami. I know Fun Uncle here. He looks like he was there the whole time. He was dressed in spirit. He's always in Miami. But Lola, tell us a little bit about your experience of just like capturing the moments. I appreciate it too, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was so fun. It was my first time in Miami and it was a great introduction to the city. Getting to see all my homies from New York, LA, it was crazy. And I went with like zero plans and somehow every day was full to the brim with things to do, people to see, places to be. I got to see a little bit of the underground Miami art scene. And I'm so excited to see you guys there. I'm always happy to reconnect and reunite with the Art Start Now homies.
It was such a good time for us. It was our first Art Basel as well. Fun Uncle, wish you could have been there. Your spirit was there. You know, you bring the Hawaiian shirt spirit everywhere you go. We got to host our first event. We did a private brunch, a Nifty Castle brunch, sponsored by DB's and Witchy GF. And yeah, Lola, you came through and you captured some of that. And I know you've been killing it with the vlogs, by the way. If y'all haven't checked out Lola's vlogging lately, she's doing a lot of really, really dope videos. But I think we got a clip here that we're going to roll really quick to show some of the fun. Let's check that out.
Reunited again, different city.
Lola Menthol?
Yeah, say hi.
Let's go straight up. They're like, yeah, they're like, we can't do it.
Is this our chef? Hi. Let's tell us what we got.
So boom, chicken and cornbread waffles right here. This is section right here. Check it out.
Oh shit.
Chicken grits right here.
Stop it.
Tofu scrambled oatmeal bites.
Oh, we haven't eaten today yet. We're so ready.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
I sound like I'm a rapper right now.
Hey Z. Hey.
Art Start Now. We're gonna make it just creative, put it down.
Thank you.
Art Start Now. We're gonna make it just creative, put it down.
Yeah. They're living well.
The steak and cheese egg roll. I like that.
Hello.
We're good. Hey.
Hello, Clarice.
Right.
It's like,
Start now.
Oh my God, that chicken and waffles and cornbread. What? Yeah, sign me up. Oh.
So good. Thank you for hosting and feeding us so well that day. Gosh,
Oh.
No,
dang.
thank you for being there and capturing all that. Like, I can't tell you how much that means to me to see that. Like, I mean, you saw Living with Will in there, Food Masku, Dretta, who I'd never met before, Z Hovac, NFT Poppy. So many of our friends were in that one clip right there, and I'm just kind of blown away by that. But I have to shout out the chef, executive chef Santana Burris. I'm not joking, y'all. He was cooking for 36 hours straight. He cooked through the night, did not sleep the night before to create a custom brunch menu. And also, Santana Burris is the first ever chef to accept cryptocurrency now because we paid him in ETH. And so, like, that's a new claim to fame. We're making culinary history together, y'all. So yeah, shout out Santana Burris, the chef. He killed it. And to everybody. Oh, Food Masku doing the live food mask. That was so amazing. I don't know if y'all saw him there with the waffles on his face and doing his thing, man. It was amazing and such a blessing. So thank you, Lola, for capturing that and putting together that little recap. That was dope.
Oh, for sure. So much fun.
All right, I'm taken back a little bit, but yeah, that was like, that hit me right in the heart, you know. But anyway. We're going to keep it going, y'all, because we got an amazing episode here. We got an incredible interviewee, one of the dopest artists that I've gotten to meet in the space through Clubhouse, and her name's FaithFetish. Let's talk to her. She's been hanging out over here. She's waiting. Let's get it going. I'm excited. Woo! Welcome, Faith, to Art Start Now. We're so stoked you could join us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with the OG Clubhouse squad. I love how life comes around full circle. Super cool.
Heck yeah. And yeah, I'm so stoked to have you on here for a lot of reasons. Not just because you're an incredible talent. You do painting, you do resin, you do murals, digital art, all of that. And I've been watching your murals and, your process videos that you do for a long time. But because you are such a, kind of a jack of many trades, or a Jill of many trades, if you want to put it that way, I guess I'm curious to know, do you have a favorite medium that you work with, or is there one kind of art in particular that you love the most?
Yeah, so definitely, hands down, my favorite medium is epoxy resin. And one of the interesting things about it is that it's one of those materials where you can't really control it. You have to let it flow. And that art of giving up control when creating something is an art in itself. And so if you've ever seen the process, it's 2 parts liquid that you mix together. And within 45 minutes, it dries into like pure hard glass. So within that 45-minute time frame, you have to create, hopefully a masterpiece. So it's something for me, like as a perfectionist, as a Virgo, it's really hard for me to let go of control. But that's kind of why I enjoy it so much, because it's like I have to I can give it direction, I can pick the colors, I can kind of choose, but at the end of the day, resin does what resin does, and all you can do is kind of add your magic touch. And so it's definitely my favorite medium of all. Yeah.
It's literally going with the flow, right? Like you said,
literally going with the flow. Yeah. Yes, Lola.
Oh my gosh.
It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. Are those tables? Like, what are you making? Those final, they're tables?
Yeah, so I do wall art. I also do custom furniture. I've done dressers. These are side coffee tables. I've done, literally anything can be resin. Yeah, the one thing I will say is, sorry, what's your question?
I'm sorry. I just was taken aback by you saying dressers. How do you make dressers?
Dressers. So actually, I bought this vintage dresser from some store, and it had a little bit of a nick on it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just tape around the edges, pour like a whole resin pour on the top. And all of a sudden, it was this gorgeous, brand new, stunning dresser. So it's a way to repurpose furniture as well. So I definitely do recommend it. If you ever have like a wood coffee table and sometimes it gets stained with like coffee or tea or wine or something, you can always like resin it over, add pigments to it, and it actually looks really cool. And it makes it waterproof, fireproof, scratch-proof, faith-proof. It's indestructible.
You just sold me on resin.
Yeah. Actually, if you're a painter, sorry, I was going to say, if you're a painter, which I was, and then I discovered resin as a way to coat my paintings with a glossy finish. once you start doing that, there's no going back. Like once you discover, like you're like the colors, like if you think this painting is cool with clear resin, it's 10 times more vibrant. So now I'm just like, I resin everything that I create.
Makes
You're
everything
blowing my
better.
mind right
You're all in, all in.
Yeah, all in.
How long did it take you to catch those butterflies?
Well, they flew in
Where
from
did you get
Australia.
those?
It took about 2 weeks for them to come in from Australia.
Oh, there we go. Gotcha. That's
But no,
Wow,
no,
she's-
no butterflies.
she's really-
no butterflies
she's-
were harmed.
Yeah, she's sourcing the highest quality materials from around the world, including the
Around the
live
world.
butterflies from Australia.
Oh yeah,
It's beautiful.
Speaking
It's
of-
beautiful.
thank you so much. I was gonna say the one downside for resin is that it's super expensive to work with.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How much we
The
talking?
only downside. It's the only downside, but everything else is all it's all up. Once I convert you to resin, like you'll never go back.
What does it?
How much are we
like,
talking?
yeah, to
I actually
Lola's
work for
question.
the company now.
Well, how much are we talking? Like, if we here, Art Start Now DAO was gonna commission a resin piece from FaithFetish, yeah, what does that even look like? Give us a taste of what
It
making
really
one of these
depends on
looks
the
like.
size, but it really depends on the size. But a gallon of resin is $275. So
You're lying.
usually, yeah, and usually, like I like to love working on bigger scale pieces, so I will be using multiple gallons of resin per piece. And then if there's any type of imperfection, you want to do multiple layers. So the resin is like, it definitely adds on to the cost of the piece, but it's worth it.
Sheesh.
It's worth it. Yeah.
Man.
Hey, you can't
Yeah,
put a price on quality.
No.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Can't. And I think we've got some more of your work. Let's go to the next link and check out some more of Faith's work here. Tell us a little bit about what this is. So this is, I mean, I guess we're moving more into your painting, canvases here.
Yeah, so this is actually a mixed media piece. The pink that you see is actually live neon wire that we drilled into the painting. We got some nuts, some bolts, some screws. So it's very much mixed
way.
media.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
it actually lights up and it has like 2 different light settings. So like when you're having an after party or something, it's a great piece with like diamond crushed glass. I cannot speak. Neon wires, nuts, bolts. The CD is a real CD of Rihanna's album back when I used to listen to her. And yeah, I really love working with mixed media. I think it really speaks to me.
Yeah, I mean that's incredible. Like, especially if you've got the actual neon in there, like
Yeah.
that's a lot going on there. How big is that piece? And then also as follow-up question, you have to tell us what happened with Rihanna. You got a falling out, no longer listening.
Okay, so the piece is 3 by 4 feet. I also turned it into an animated NFT, which during the NFT Poppy auction house, we auctioned off the physical painting with the NFT. So it was a cool experience. It was my first time kind of attaching a phygital together. And I actually love that concept a lot. I think moving forward, all my physical pieces will come with NFT, or an NFT will come with some kind of physical counterpart. And as for Riri, I still love her. She's the queen of everything. I just, I discovered I had a taste of house music and techno and dance music. And I can't with anything that plays on the radio anymore. I'm like a house music elitist,
Oh.
I can't
Switch
help it.
sides.
But she is a goddess. I love her and I'm so inspired by her. I just don't listen to her music.
Do you oftentimes play music when you're working on like when you're making a mural or something?
Absolutely. I actually think the music has such a big influence in how the piece turns out. And sometimes, like, I listen to like a variety of genres in the electronic, I guess, umbrella. And sometimes I will accidentally like play a vibe that's a little bit too intense. And you will see that in the painting. Like my painting will be like this beautiful, fluffy sunset with all the colors. And then some like dark techno song comes on. And the next thing you know, I'm painting like sharp edges and like just, it kind of throws off the direction of my painting. So I have to be really cautious about like setting the mood and making sure it's consistent. When I come back to the painting the next day, I have to listen to kind of the same vibe. Otherwise, I'll go in a completely new direction. So I think music has a huge part in influencing everything that I do.
Yeah, and I think we've got some of your mural work too. Yeah, tell us a little bit about this, because again, I think when I first started, discovering your art through Clubhouse and our conversations there, I was really impressed by some of these really large scale murals that you're doing. So yeah, tell us a little bit about this and your background with murals, because you're doing a lot of them. Like you're prolific. You're doing. It seems like you're doing a new mural every other day.
Thank you so much. And I'll tell you the reason why murals really resonated with me is because I'm a very restless, hyper energetic person, in case you don't already know that. And so for me to sit down and paint something on a smaller scale is really difficult, because you have to be very patient and very focused, and you have to sit still. So with a mural, I can use my whole body. I can dance around, I can jump, I can splash. So it gives me the freedom to really express myself fully. Like my entire body goes into creating it. And so for somebody who has self-diagnosed ADHD like myself, it's actually it's more suitable for me. So actually I don't do any work that's I think the smallest piece I would do is 3 or 4 feet minimum, right? Yeah, minimum. But I prefer to work a lot bigger. I think the biggest one I did is I don't know, it's 40 feet long.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's fun.
That's
It's a lot more. It's a lot more fun, I think. I find it's actually easier because if you're working on a small painting, every single inch of that painting has to be perfect. But when you're working on a 25-foot mural, there's a lot more room for freedom, for mistakes, or I like to call them happy accidents. And what you realize is when you stand back, it always has that wow factor. When you stand up close to a mural, it's it looks a lot more abstract. And when you stand back, you're wow, blown away by just the scale of it. So I actually it's one of my favorite things to do. But resin comes first.
It's honestly amazing. I'm such a fan of large format painting of any kind, whether it's canvases or murals, just to see something colorful that somebody created, of that scale, in a large format is always so it has such an impact on you, right? It's so stunning, and you feel it. It's much more immersive, I guess. So it's kind of I guess you experience that person's creativity in a more immersive way than when you're looking at a small screen or a small canvas.
Would you do a resin wall? Do you think that's possible?
It's
a resin mural?
It's not possible because it has to be flat. Unless we rip the wall out, resin it, and then put it back up, then it's possible. But yeah, I was gonna say
it would also be insanely expensive, right? Like we were talking about.
But people do resin floors all the time. So epoxy resining floors is very popular. But I was going to say, what was I going to say? I was going to say about murals. So a lot of the murals that I do are for restaurants, bars, nightclubs. And the reason why they're so keen on murals is because they understand that your entire dining experience, your nightlife experience, it's all going to the mural has such a big impact on the vibe of an establishment. So most of my clients for murals are businesses that want people to come in and they want you to stay longer because there's kind of a vibe going on. So I definitely recommend it.
That's a great segue, I think, for the next piece, which is you also do installations.
Yeah. So we're just taking I was going to say, we're taking what a mural is, but we're making it even more so immersive. So now, now that we have AR, now that's a whole new level, but instead of having a mural, now you can have a mural, but you can also have a whole ceiling and you can have all these installations. So it's just more ways to create a more immersive experience, because what people want and value the most is a shared experience with the artist. So you literally have the ability to step into the mind of an artist by being in this room where these installations and these murals are. So I think it's super cool. If I was a business owner, I would be yes, I need this everywhere. One day I'm going to have my whole bedroom ceiling like that.
Oh, man. I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to collaborate with you on like an escape room project, because we work with
Dude.
designers and stuff like immersive design, and the stuff that what you created there is like what people are trying to do. Like they just it's so difficult to. I mean, you've got a great eye, Faith. Like that's really cool. I'm curious, what projects like are the, in some of these commissions, what are some, I guess, I'm sure it's educational for you too. You've learned about a lot of different businesses from people reaching out and saying, hey, we'd love to, up the vibe for like our business or our company or whatever. I'm sure you've learned about some businesses like in your time of like creating for people.
Yeah. I've worked with a lot of startups. So companies that are like, oh, I'm opening this eye surgery clinic, or I'm opening this restaurant, or I'm opening this luxury fashion house. Like I had an eye surgery clinic as a client, and they were like, dude, we're charging so much. We need to have this. So it's been really interesting for me. And for me, as like I said, somebody who is a little bit restless, I love working in all these different industries, but bringing my own creative vision and talent to it. Hey, look, we have a friend.
Hello.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
what's up, pup?
Augie. This is Augie. It's my future ex-wife's dog. It's also mine now. Don't ask. We're just gonna skip over that.
Yeah, you're getting the children in the separation, I guess, and that's cool. But yeah, no, that was one of, I think, the first installations that I saw of yours when I started, following you on social media. And I love how, 3D and organic it feels, and just designing a space like that. Like, I think what Woah Boy was saying, doing that in some kind of escape room or some other kind of environments, it would be so awesome to collaborate on something like that that's that immersive someday. Especially when you start to get into like, I don't know, developing immersive AR, VR spaces, but then like, oh, this is actually something cool. So Fun Uncle, I'm going to call it quick audible real quick. I don't know if you can try and search, there's an immersive Arcane exhibit in LA right now for Arcane, the show.
Yeah.
And so, like my girlfriend was just showing me this last night, and it would be cool to just take a quick look at it, because I feel like this is something that you could do, right? That they should be hiring, you to be doing things like that. But I thought it was such a cool idea because the show is amazing. And Fun Uncle, no worries if you can't find it either. We can always just go to the next one too. But I just want to throw it out there for everybody.
This is what I found when I searched it.
Secret Cinema. Yeah.
Okay. Is this it? Okay.
Yeah, the experience.
Secret Cinema. Yeah.
Scroll down and see if it shows any of it. Because I got to see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, let's try and play this real quick.
It's based on a Netflix show.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. This isn't the actual Arcane one, so we can pause this. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, because I was actually looking on social media because people are starting to share, the experience, and it looks really, really dope. I don't know if y'all have watched the show, but if not, I recommend checking out Arcane on Netflix. We're not sponsored by them. It's just a really, really amazing show. The art is incredible. But anyway, yeah, your immersive installations are next level. And yeah, let's keep talking about your art. Fun Uncle, if you want to go to the next one, tell us about this, Faith. It's like some more of your
This is my favorite mural to date. So the concept was a French/Mexican restaurant. So we pulled some French elements from the architecture to like the obviously Spanish looking women. So you can see a lot of like France and Mexico in the mural. Honestly, I loved it. The process, it was a collaboration between me and one of my best friends, Jared. And we always have so much fun with it. And the restaurant owners were awesome. And everything from like the planning to the execution was so seamless. I think it was definitely my favorite work so far in terms of murals. It's really pretty.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful. I just love colors. I love colors so much.
And Jared is somebody that you've collaborated with a lot, because wasn't also that Rihanna piece, needed? Yeah. So yeah, shout out Jared Olsolver.
Jared Olsolver is my best friend from Toronto, and we actually met kind of in the beginning of the pandemic when we were creating the Rihanna piece. That was our first collaboration. And that night turned out to be a total disaster. for many reasons. But through the pandemic, we've become super, super close friends, and we do a lot of our work together. And I love him so much. This is Jared. He specializes in like robots. That's another mural there. The Buddha face is also something that we were worked on like a week before Art Basel. So we do a lot of work together, and we're just a really great symbiotic energy. He's very, very like, he's like a perfectionist and very technical and very meticulous. And I'm like very abstract and splashy and messy. So like us coming together is like the perfect recipe for artwork, I think. It's a beautiful balance of like the chaos meets like, what is the opposite of chaos? I don't even know.
Order, yeah.
I don't even know.
We don't know what that's about here.
Structure. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Structure.
he's very structured and I'm very chaotic. So it works really well together. So big shout out to him.
Yeah. No, and speaking of Basel, you know, one of the highlights definitely of me going there was we got to hang out the first night and get dinner and chill. And so that was really cool. It was like the first time getting to meet you know, in Miami of all places. So I'm really happy we got to do that. But yeah, no, let's hop back to that other piece, Fun Uncle, you just had pulled up. This is, I think, the last piece that we were going to talk about. So is this a nightclub?
This is a nightclub, and the concept is just like, see, there's a girl who's spitting, there's a girl who's singing. It's just the woman of many faces, I like to call it. It's a beautiful venue. I actually ended up doing multiple murals for them in the same nightclub. I did 3 of them. And yeah, like I'm proud of it, but this was hard for me because it was on a brick wall. So it's really difficult to get straight lines on a brick wall without spray paint. And I couldn't use spray paint because it was indoors. And the other thing was it was black and white, and like my soul craves color. I was like, please let me add some red or something. Like it's really hard for me to kind of stick within the constraints of certain color schemes. But you know, I'm happy with how it turned out.
I love that one.
Yeah, thank you.
I love the music, you know, inspiration and all the, you know, it's got a lot of motion and feeling to it. Even without color, even without the color, you were able to capture a lot of, I feel like a lot of emotion in that piece.
And the accents of color too. The accents of color in the lips, like those that pop even more so. Yeah. I think over on the left.
Like the owner's like no color, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put a little bit. He's not even gonna notice because it's gonna be dark at night. I had to have some kind of gold. Gold is definitely my favorite color.
Speaking of like feeling and motion, there's this one tweet that you made on the 14th, and you said, if I could say it all with words, I would have no reason to paint. And I would love like expanding on your thoughts on that.
So before I was ever, I didn't know I was going to be an artist. It was never like a childhood dream of mine. It kind of just happened. But before any of that, my dream was always to be a writer. So I used to write all the time. And I was going through some like mental health issues. And my therapist was like, hey, you should actually try painting. And I painted this painting, and then I ended up taking a nap. And then I woke up to like 30 messages from people offering me a lot of money for the painting. And then I was like, it clicked, and I was like, oh shit, I can actually make a living doing art, which I love. Whereas with writing, I really didn't see a future unless I published a book, and like writing a book is like a whole other thing. So although my first love was writing, I felt like I couldn't say it all with words. And that's when I picked up the paintbrush, and now I feel like I can actually truly express myself. So thank you. I'm glad that resonated with you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And as like an artist of many mediums myself, I can heavily relate to just words not being enough. It's like I gotta move with it, I gotta paint it, I gotta like make a film about it or something.
Everything, yeah.
It also gives you an opportunity to, I mean, you're on Instagram, like you're constantly sharing your work and your process, and just through your captions, like you're able to like express yourself there with flex that writing muscle a little bit. Captions, right? You know what I mean? Like, so it shows through there as well. But Mamba Forever, I think Fun Uncle just pulled that up.
Mamba Forever. So funny story. This is another collaboration between myself and Jared. And so if you can see, one of his arms is robotic, and that's kind of Jared. Like he paints robots, and that's his theme. And the rest of it's mixed media. So there's the jersey is actually photos of of Kobe Bryant and like his iconic moments, like photos of him and his daughter. And we had created a collage. We put like diamond dust. It's kind of hard to see in photos. And we wanted to get this painting over to the Kobe Foundation because we had a friend who's like, yeah, don't worry, we're going to set it up. And a year went by and nothing ever happened from it. So we were like, you know what, we might as well just sell it. There's no point holding on to it. So we sold the painting to a collector in Miami, which was great. But then we were like, why don't we create an NFT out of it? And we minted 24 editions. And I'm so proud to say that we sold out of all 24. And that was my first NFT kind of sellout moment. So it was a beautiful moment and a milestone that I'm going to remember forever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, congrats on that, right? Mazel, yeah. We love to hear, success, NFT success stories. And I definitely think, you're just getting started. You're going to be a big deal, and you've already started to see some success. So it's awesome to get to talk to you at this point in your career. And I think one of the last things that we want to talk about with you is something that we're obviously super excited about, and that's the fact that we're partnering together on Witchy GFs. And you actually. Yeah, so Faith, you and Jessica Yatrovsky are the first two women to join this team. And so y'all actually have the very first custom.
How amazing is it?
GF. Yeah, so that's Jessica's that she made with Sketch Nate. And then if you scroll down just a little bit more, that's Faith. And it's freaking amazing. Like yeah. And so
funny because I was going to say, when I saw this piece, like I haven't met Sketchnate in real life ever. And he's like, don't worry, I got this. And when I saw this piece, I was like, holy shit, this is literally me in a PFP, like nailed it. Like the colors, the tattoos, like the devil horns, like the little sly look in her eyes. Like it's definitely me after 7 p.m.
Yeah, and those are actually DB's horns specifically. And yeah, no, we're so excited to have you joining that team. And for those of you, joining us here and hanging out with us, if you go to niftycastle.io/WGF, you can join the Witch list right now, which is what Fun Uncle has pulled up here. So the early access list is live. And yeah, we just could not be more stoked about some of the awesome women that are joining us on this new journey as we get ready to launch that in it's looking like February of 2022 right now. So get on the Witch list. And Faith, you're amazing. Thank you for sharing your art with us. And we're definitely going to be putting Faith's links in the description. But I want to give you the last word, and anywhere that you want people to follow you or any other, upcoming work, things that you want to talk about, let us know.
Yeah, well, I just want to take a moment to thank you so much. First of all, not only for having me on the show, to all of you, but also Jeff, for you being this, I call you Jeff, not GIF. As in Canada, we say Jeff, not GIF.
So controversial, yet so brave.
So controversial. Gifdead. But for really taking the initiative and really like spearheading this whole project, I'm really proud of you as well. And it's a real pleasure and an honor to be working with you. So I'm really excited about the Witchy GF, and I'm excited to make history.
Yeah. Right on. Well, all right. That's it, y'all. Follow FaithFetish on Twitter. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her everywhere because she's going to the moon and she's so talented. Your videos are amazing, Faith. Keep making them because we're gonna keep following them. And when Witchy GF mural, That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God, we need
yes,
one.
We need that.
All I see is blank wall space behind you, and it hurts my heart a little. You gotta fix that.
Caught you. She caught you there, dude.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
what things to come.
Things
like
coming.
That to me, when I go to people's houses and their walls are like all white, I'm like, I feel like I'm in an insane asylum. Like, we need some color up in here. I was like, how can we fuck this up?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, love that energy, Faith. And all right, that's it. We did it. That's this week's interview. Again, follow Faith, and thanks for hanging out with us. And we're gonna keep it going. We'll talk to you soon, Faith. Thanks for coming through Art Start Now. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Faith.
I am so bullish on FaithFetish. She's just so talented. So yeah, shout out one more time, Faith. And everybody's talking about Nike and artifact acquisitions, but I don't know. I'm bullish on artists like Faith and people from our community. So that's how I feel. I thought that was a dope interview. What'd y'all think?
Yeah, thank you for inspiring us, Faith, and thank you for selling us on resin.
Yeah, Faith is doing big things. Super appreciative of her and her energy. I'm very excited to dig in to Witchy GFs with her. She's a wicked artist. So thank you so much, Faith, for giving us some of your time and just sharing your creative process with us.
Yeah, no, getting to see more of her creative process and hear her talk through it, because I've been watching her videos forever, right? So to hear her actually talk through her creative process was awesome. But yeah, on that note, make sure if you haven't, again, go to niftycastle.io/WGF to join the witch list now, because it's open. This is the first wave. This is the first opportunity to get in early on the expansion of the world of Sketchnate, on the world of DBs. So yeah, Faith is part of that team, and we couldn't be more excited. So shout out Faith one more time. Thanks for coming on Art Start Now. Can't wait to keep working with you, keep talking to you. And with that, Fun Uncle, we got to check in with you, sir, before we wrap things up here. What's happening in the LADZ City? What's happening with you? What's going on?
The LADZ City is bigger and better than ever. We are building skyscrapers in the cyber universe as tall as the eye can see. But most importantly, you're going to want to check out my show, Fun Uncle, Sundays, 1 p.m. You don't want to miss out on that, guys. You don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah, and I've actually been watching quite a few of your episodes lately, and I must say, as far as educators in the space go, you're one of the best. You're one of the best, man. Like your energy, your enthusiasm, and the information that you're providing on your show every week, dude. And I'm not just trying to, yank your chain or whatever, dude. I'll yank your chain as much as you let me. No, but I really have been enjoying your shows. And again, we're so thankful to have you here, part of the Art Start Now team. So everybody, if you want to learn more about NFTs, about crypto, all that, yeah, check them out. Fun Uncle. And with that, that's another episode, y'all. We did it. We're going to be back with some more. Make sure to subscribe, smash the like, smash the subscribe button. LADZ City, Art Start Now. Thanks for hanging, y'all. Peace.
See ya.